Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, if you're on Zoom, you can go ahead and use the little button to raise your hand so that I know that you can hear me. All right, so I have Miss Jody on standby helping me today, and I am Miss Jackie. I'm going to be leading today's Mindful Monday. So we're gonna wait one more minute and then we're gonna get started. So thank you for joining me on this wonderful Monday afternoon. This is a new series that we're starting. So this is about relaxation and just kind of taking a moment to breathe and relax. We're going to do some stretching, some breathing. We're going to learn some yoga poses, and we're also going to be reading a really cute book. So I'm so glad you're all here to join me today. And if you're watching from YouTube, hello, everybody. Let me just check the chat really quick to see if anybody's saying hello. Let's see. All right. I don't see anybody chatting, but that's okay. Just know that I am watching out for you guys. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Miss Jody will be able to answer anything for me as well. Okay, so we're going to get started now. Again, thank you for joining me. This is Mindful Mondays. I'm Miss Jackie, one of the youth librarians here at the Central Park Library branch for the Santa Clara City Library. Okay, so we're going to start off with doing some breathing exercises. So let me start playing my music, some relaxing music, and then we can get started. Oh, before we get started, I'm sorry. I wanted to make sure that everybody's wearing comfortable clothing. So if you have something that you can stretch in, that's perfect. Also, I have my yoga mat right here rolled out. So if you have a yoga mat at home, that's going to be perfect. I also brought a little water bottle. So if you want to bring a little water to have handy, that's perfect. Water is really good for hydration. Okay, so let me get my music going. Let's see. Miss Jody, are you able to hear the music? No. Okay, 1 second. 1 second, everyone. Let's see. Share sound. Okay. How about now? Can you hear it or no? You can hear the music now? Okay, perfect. Yay. And can you guys also see my screen for the breathing exercises? Okay, awesome. So let's go ahead and start doing some breathing exercises. So I'm just going to step back a little bit. And we're just going to relax. So we're going to start in a seated position. So go ahead. We're going to inhale, hold it for like 2 to 3 seconds if you can, and then we're going to do a big exhale. So we're going to do this several times. Are you ready? Okay, so let's inhale, hold it, and then exhale. And let's inhale again, and exhale. And you can close your eyes so you feel really relaxed. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, so now that we've done that seated, let's just stand up. We're gonna breathe again, and this time, just spread your legs a little bit. So let's do it again. And inhale, and exhale. And inhale. And exhale. All right, do you guys feel nice and relaxed? Do you feel calm? I hope so. Okay, so what we're gonna start doing now is we're gonna do some stretches. So let me get to my next page. And here you'll see we're gonna do some arm stretches, some neck stretches, and some leg stretches. Okay, so I hope you're all still standing. So we're gonna stretch our arms up, and if you wanna keep your legs separated too, that's really good. So it gives you a nice stance. So just reach your arms up, reach for the sky. And remember, while you're stretching, you also wanna keep breathing. So let's stretch up. And we're gonna stretch down, touch the ground. You can try to touch your toes. And you can feel that stretch in your legs. And let's stretch back up. Ooh. And stretch back down. Okay, now we're gonna stretch to the side. So reach your arm all the way over. Feel that stretch right here? Okay. Reach to this side. That feels really good. How about we also stretch to the middle? So just put yourself in the middle and stretch forward. Awesome. Now let's do circles. Do some forward circles. And do some backward circles. Remember to keep breathing. Okay, so now let's move on to our neck, because our neck is really important because it's always supporting our very smart brain on top. So we want to make sure our neck is nice and relaxed. So let's stretch our neck to the front and just hold it a little bit. Now we're going to stretch it to the back. Look straight up. Back to the front. And to the back again. Now let's go to the side. So we'll do this side and hold it. To this side next. Hold it and make sure you're breathing. One more time to the left. And one more time to the right. Okay, now let's do circles. So go slowly, try not to get dizzy. Let's go 2 times around. That's 1. And 2. And then back the other way. 1. 2. Good job, guys. Okay, just shake it out. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is our legs. So we are going to do straight out. So touching your toes again, straight down. Get a little closer, so like this. And do you feel the burn in your legs? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop down one of our legs to the back. So that's a lunging position. So straight back. And then you'll feel some stretching in the leg that's back. You're breathing. Here, let me go to the side so you can see what I'm doing. Like this. So I'm sure you guys do stretches if you're in PE. Oh, they can't. Okay, hold on. All right, hold on 1 second. Yes, so I'm gonna stop sharing my screen real quick. Let me just highlight myself. Can you see me now? Okay, sorry about that, everyone. Sometimes Zoom gets a little confusing. Thank you, so sorry about that. Okay, so let's go back to our stretches. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay, so we did our toe stretches, right? Now we're gonna do our lunges again. So from the side, make sure you're nice and straight. You should feel some stretches right here. And just hold that position, make sure you're breathing. Okay, and then pull up so that both your legs are straight. And now you're gonna feel some stretching in this leg here. All right, now let's walk it to the middle. Now I feel stretching in both my legs. Now we're gonna walk it over to this side and back down. So make sure you're doing a nice lunge position. Remember to breathe. Hold it for a little bit. Okay, and up. Hold that. I definitely feel the stretch in this one. Okay, walk it back to the middle. And then if you can stretch like this. So this will stretch right here. So this is a nice position. You can even roll your shoulders in. That'll help stretch your back as well. Like this. All right, and then just back up to the top. Woo, do you guys feel stretched out now? That felt really good. Okay. Yes, feel free to get water. Let's see, there is going to be a story. We're actually going to do that next, if you're ready. Okay, so get your water. I'm going to take a little sip of water too. Really good. Okay, so I know everybody's been really, you might be cooped up because of the pandemic. So that's why I wanted to start this program so that we have a way to like relax together, just kind of like take some time to breathe, do some stretching, make sure that we're taking care of our minds here. And now we're gonna go on and start, I'm gonna start the story time. It's just one book, but it's a really cute book about a rabbit doing some yoga and meeting some friends along the way. So let me go ahead and I'm going to pause my music. Okay. And can everyone still hear me okay? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna bring up my book so that you can all see it. Okay, so here we go. We have a cute, cute book for our Mindful Monday. This one is called Yoga Bunny by Brian Russo. Is everyone back from getting their water? And then I can get started. Okay, if you're ready for the story, go ahead and raise your hand. Let's see those hands up if you're ready. Okay, awesome. All right. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so let's get started on Yoga Bunny by Brian Russo. One morning, Bunny crawled out of his hole, rubbed his eyes, and let out a big yawn. Oops, sorry. This is going ahead of me. Okay, here we go. Let out a big yawn. This is a perfect morning to do yoga, he said. Bunny dropped his head and his arms down towards his feet, coming into a forward fold. Just then, Lizard came walking by. Good morning, Lizard, said Bunny. Would you like to do yoga with me? I hate everything about mornings. I wish I could go back to bed, Lizard replied angrily. And with that, Lizard stomped away. Bunny was disappointed, but he took a deep breath, placed his hands on the ground, stepped backward, and lifted his hips into the air, coming into downward dog. His friend Fox came hurrying by. Zoom, zoom, zoom! He was moving so fast, he startled Bunny. Out of my way, Bunny, he said. I'm in a very big rush. Maybe you should take some time. Maybe you could take a minute and do this yoga pose with me, Bunny suggested. It might help you slow down. No thanks, Fox replied. I'd rather be in a big rush than do something so silly. He hurried away. Bunny felt a bit sad, but he took a deep breath, stood up tall, placed his hands in front of his heart, and balanced on one foot, coming into tree pose. Just then, Bird flew down, landing right on Bunny's head. Hiccup! I have a bad case of hiccups, and I have tried everything to stop them, said Bird. Well, Bunny said, maybe you can do this tree pose with me. It can calm you down, and that might help with your hiccup. No way, Bird said. I'd rather live with these hiccups than stand on one leg. And with that, Bird flew away. Will anyone ever want to do yoga with me? Bunny wondered out loud. But then he reminded himself that doing yoga alone is better than not doing yoga at all. Just as Bunny took a deep breath, stepped back, bent his front leg, and reached his arms way up high, coming into warrior pose, two little mice came walking by. What do you think he's reaching for? Whispered one of them. I don't know, but it must be very valuable. We better reach for it too. And so the mice stepped back, bent their front legs, and reached their arms way up, coming into warrior pose, just like Bunny. As they had their arms stretched way up and their eyes towards the sky, they noticed Bird flying by. Bird still had the hiccups, but he came down to join them, pressing his wings together in front of his heart, lifting one leg up, coming into tree pose, just like Bunny and the mice. All of a sudden, they heard a loud noise. Zoom, zoom, zoom! Looks like Fox came back. Fox came hurrying by and saw friends standing in a circle. He then pressed his hands to the ground, stepping back and lifted his hips, coming into downward dog, just like Bunny, the mice, and Bird. Bunny took a deep breath and laid down, flat on his back, coming into resting pose. When Lizard came walking back and lay when Lizard came walking back and lay down just like Bunny. Bunny was so happy his friends had joined him that he opened his mouth and let out a big, can you say that at home with me? And everyone else did the same. Yay! They're all relaxed on the floor now. I know where I'm supposed to be, said Fox. Not so angry anymore. It's here. Thank you, Yoga Bunny. So here's just some facts about yoga. The word yoga comes from an ancient language called Sanskrit, and it means connection or union, as in connect your thoughts to your body, connect your mind to your breath, or connect your booty to your mat. The name of one of the most popular forms of yoga, hatha, comes from the words ha, meaning sun, and tha, which means moon. It's unknown how long ago the practice of yoga actually began, but most scientists think it started between 5,000 and 10,000 years ago. Did dinosaurs practice yoga? Probably not. Many popular poses are based on the stories of Hindu gods and goddesses. Hindu gods and goddesses. For example, the warrior poses are all about the powerful Lord Shiva. All right, so that brings us to the end of the book. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a round of applause. And this book is available in our collection if you ever want to check it out. Okay, so now that we read about these various yoga poses that Bunny was able to teach all of his friends, I think we should try to learn some too. What do you guys think? Have any of you ever tried yoga yourselves? If you've done yoga before and you know how to do poses, raise your hand. Let me see. How many people are already familiar with yoga? Oh, wow, quite a few. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go over a couple of beginner yoga poses and let's all do that together. So if you have your water again, let's take a nice big sip one more time so we're ready to do our yoga poses. I'm just going to show you which poses we're going to be doing. So we have, we're going to do prayer, mountain, warrior. Actually, we're going to do two versions of warrior. So warrior 1 and warrior 2. Then we're going to do a forward fold, child pose, cow, and resting. Okay, so I am going to just get my music playing again because it's nice and soothing. Okay. There we go. Oops, I'm sorry. This darn Zoom. Miss Jody, can you hear the music? Not at the moment. Okay, no problem. Can everybody see me or do they see my screen? Just want to double check. Okay, let's just do this without the music then. So sorry. I'm gonna stop doing this. Okay. Okay, so the first pose we're gonna do, let's get back up onto our mat, is we're gonna do our prayer pose. Okay, so prayer pose. So if you need to re-stretch, go ahead, just lift your arms up, reach for the sky, reach down below. Do some circles. We want to get our bodies loose again. Okay, so prayer pose is we're going to be standing like this. We're going to put our hands together like we're doing a little prayer and just breathe in and breathe out. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Okay, so now we're going to move into mountain pose, which is basically us standing nice and tall and bring our arms straight up and reach for the stars again. Reach as high as you can. Remember to breathe and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, so now from here, we're going to do warrior pose. And what warrior pose is we're actually going to go into kind of a mini lunge with our arms straight up still. All right, so from the side, it looks like this. So this is warrior pose. And breathe in And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Now we're actually going to do warrior two pose, which is like this. I'm sorry, we're going to lean this way. So this is the warrior two pose. So we're back facing the front, but our arms are out like this. And just do your breathing. Good job. Okay, now we're going to do the warrior pose on this leg. So we're going to switch where this leg is bent and arms straight up. And breathe in and out. And then we're going to go into warrior two pose. Hold it. And do breathing. All right, good job. Okay, so the next one, this is technically the fifth one that we're learning, is the forward fold. So it's actually very similar to just stretching and touching your toes. So this is called the forward fold. And I'll show you from this side. So we're just basically touching the ground or touching your toes. And breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, so forward fold. The next one we're going to learn is child pose. So for this one, we're going to get down on the ground like this. And put your head down. And you can put your arms like this. So your knees are just folded underneath and you're tucking your chin down. And you're just resting like that. So this is child pose. If this feels uncomfortable for your arms, you can also have it like this, resting. So it's easier for you to get up. Okay, so this is child pose. All right, were you guys able to get that? Good job. The next one we're going to do is cow pose. Now this one's kind of funny because I don't think that I've ever seen a cow do this. But what we're going to do is we're going to get on our knees and our hands, and then we're actually going to arch our back a little bit and put our neck back. So neck back like this, and you're going to arch your back. So this one, you can really feel the pull like right here. And then you can also feel some pull right here. So this is called the cow pose. And try to keep doing your breathing as we do this. Okay, cow pose. And the last one we're going to do, I think this one might be my favorite, is resting pose, just like Rabbit and his friends. So you're just gonna lay all the way back and make sure that you relax all the parts of your body. Just put your hands palm down and just breathe deeply and close your eyes and just let everything that you're thinking about fall away. So don't think about school, don't think about homework, don't even think about the sun outside. Just relax where you are and just be in this very moment. And make sure you're doing your breathing. How many of you feel relaxed? If you feel relaxed, you can raise your hand at home. You don't have to raise it on the computer since you shouldn't be near your computer, since you should be lying on the floor. Okay, so that's resting pose. Okay, so those are all the poses that I have for you today. Next month, I'll probably put in some different ones so that we can learn some different things. But we're also going to be able to put them all together so that we don't have to go step by step. If you memorize them, then we can just quickly go through and do them all. We can all do them right now really fast. And then afterwards, I have one more thing for us, one more activity to just go over, and that's about monthly goals. Okay, so let's just do all the poses together really quick. Are you ready? Okay, let's do this. Here we go. Okay, we're just gonna do all the poses really quick. So we're gonna start off with prayer and then go up to mountain, and then folding downward. And then, oh, I'm sorry. Actually, after mountain, we were supposed to do warrior pose. So from mountain to warrior pose, number 1. Do it from the side. And then into warrior pose number 2. Warrior pose again, number 1 on the other side. Warrior pose 2. And then we have the forward stretch down. All right, and then, which one was the next one? I totally forgot. What did we do next? Was it child pose? Let me just double check my notes. We did, yes, child resting. Okay, so child pose, we get back onto the mat like this and rest in child pose. Then we're going to push up into cow pose. So remember, arch your back and your neck. And just hold that. And lastly is resting pose, our favorite. Okay, I don't know about you, but I feel pretty stretched out and relaxed. Okay, so the last thing I want to go over with you all is monthly goals. So let me share my screen one more time and then you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. Okay, so monthly goals. This is just something to help you with your mindfulness. So for this goal, for this month, there's 3 goals. The first one is to be grateful. So make sure that you're always thanking everyone, being appreciative of the things you have, whether it's your toys or your books or the food that you're eating, being grateful for your parents. Just make sure that you're showing that to everybody, being grateful for anything that you have, because we're all very lucky to be alive and to have great family and friends around us, and we're lucky to be able to learn and to read and to go to school. So all of those things. The second goal is to spread kindness. So especially now when there's a lot of, things that are going wrong, maybe it's really good to make sure that you have little acts of kindness that you're trying to spread, whether it's today or tomorrow or the next month. Just be helpful. If you see somebody that needs help picking up something from the floor, if you do that for them, that's a special act, that's being kind. So that's perfect. You want to spread kindness into the world, and it's going to come back towards you as well. And the third thing is to notice all the good things. So sometimes you might get mad, you might get angry, but it's good to not focus on that stuff because it's just going to make you upset. So you want to focus on the positive. You want to think happy thoughts, be positive, move forward instead of backwards. So if you ever feel that you're getting frustrated or mad, just take a deep breath. Remember what we talked about, just breathe, do some stretching, and then you can reset your mind and move forward with lots of positive thoughts. And you're gonna have a happier, healthier life with less stress. All right. So thank you everyone for joining me for our very first Mindful Monday. We are going to be doing this the second Monday of every month. So I will see you next time. If you're going to join me, make sure you practice your stretches, your yoga poses, and drink lots of water. Bye, everyone.